Inside of today's video, I'm going to be talking about someone that I always see flashing his cool car, flashing around how much he made on a deal. He showed a check making $200,000 inside of his video. And this guy and his wife made a channel called Wholesale to Millions. And inside of that channel, they talk about what is known as real estate wholesaling. And from there, they flash a lot of different stuff. And inside of today's video, I'm going to be breaking down whether or not all of these results and this amazing success and all of this self-help or whatever you want to call it that he's putting out there is truthful, or is it all a facade? Is it all a lie? Is it a scam? Is there something really going on behind it that they aren't telling you? Hey yo, what is going on everyone? Devin Can up here back at you with a brand new video. And in this one, like I said in the intro, we're going to be talking about Wholesale to Millions. And with this, on these videos that I make, I've made a couple of exposed videos or like the truth videos about different people. And basically what I do is I take someone that I've always looked up to and I look back and I see, hey, are these people actually being truthful? Are they actually telling the truth, or are they telling the lie? Because there's a lot of people in the real estate industry that go out there and sell $50,000 courses saying, yeah, I made this much money, rah, rah, rah. And there's no better opportunity out there selling people into like stupid amounts of money in order to get mentoring or in order to get help. And then for the truth is it's all a lie, or they're making people get a divorce because over the situation because the husband spends this much money, or all these different crazy stories. I hear literally every single day about these types of people. And to be honest, like I said, there's a lot of fakes out there, and we live in a day and age where you fake it till you make it. You pretend that you're doing so well, but you're actually not making that much money, but a lot of people look up to you, and so with that, they decide to sell some sort of product, or they build themselves up around their personal brand, saying that they're something when they actually aren't, or they tell you to do something and they don't actually do it themselves. So if you don't know what real estate wholesaling is, it's basically where you find someone that's willing to sell their house at a deep discounted price and get them under contract stating that you're going to be buying this property at this price, and then you sell the contract over to a buyer, someone with cash willing to buy this contract and the house off of you, basically the rights to buying this property, for an assignment fee. And a lot of times these assignment fees, like for me personally, it ranges from like $5,000 to $20,000. Like we average about $10,000, but I've seen people make six figures plus on these deals. And with this, it's a super lucrative business, but it's kind of in a gray area in a sense as to there's a lot of people that just love to give information out on it, but what is actually truthful and what is actually legit is the biggest question. And so inside of here, Wholesale to Millions, he started making videos about the end of 2017, and I actually didn't come across his channel until like the beginning of 2018 when I actually started my own personal YouTube channel. And so with this, he shares a lot of success stories, talks about a lot of student results, and he just shows what all he's done to get to where he is today. So kind of like the unbiased opinion is where I'm going to start off with, and then I'll give you guys my own personal opinion on what's going on. So the unbiased opinion, based off of what I found, I just watched a couple of videos that just popped up right away when I went on his channel, and he tells you that he dropped out of high school and from the age of 18 to 23 lived in this house. I'm gonna throw up a picture. He throws it up everywhere, and he says that he lived in this house and it was like hell. He like slept with rats, and it was one of the hardest experiences that he's ever had. But with this, he then a few years later, after many, many months of trying to get into the real estate wholesaling business, he finally flew out to Florida. He met his mentor and flew him out for 3 days and was able to have him show him everything that he needed to know inside of wholesaling. So now did this mentor show him how to actually go out there and do deals, or did this mentor show him how to fake it till he makes it? We'll find out. With all this mentoring, and he literally, like, any dollar he made, he would go out there and reinvest back into learning about wholesaling. And he kept struggling. He was just so persistent and really wanted to get results in his business because he saw all these other people getting results and all these people like sharing all these different testimonials of how they were able to get into real estate wholesaling and make money. And at the time, he knew nothing about real estate, and he went out there and just kept trying to do whatever he could. And then after many months of trying, he said like even like 6 months in, he didn't even have a single deal that he signed up on a contract. No contracts he's ever canceled, no deals that he's ever done. It took him a long time, and he was super persistent. He started missing days of work to go out there and wholesale houses. And then with this, he literally he blew up. He started closing a few deals and just kept reinvesting until where he is today. And this guy has so much energy and so much excitement in all of his videos.
Happy Monday, Wholesale To Million family. Man, we're back with another subscriber first wholesale deal interview.
You got to ask yourself, is this all legit, or is it some sort of facade, like I said at the intro? Now, on my own biased opinion on Wholesale Millions and Khang and his wife, which his wife doesn't show up in too many videos. She shows up in a few of the videos, and she helps Khang close a lot of these deals, and they have another business partner that they work with. But with this guy, my own opinion, I have nothing bad to say about this guy. Like, honestly, all that I've ever seen, like, I've actually personally talked to him myself. He gave me the opportunity to go onto his channel and talk about my first real estate wholesale deal, and I appreciate him so much for that, because that was about the time that I was making my YouTube channel, and maybe it only got me like 100 or so subscribers. But with those 100 or so subscribers, that was probably about half my subscriber rate at the time, or how many people were actually following me on YouTube. And with this, he gave me an opportunity to keep moving forward. He uploads videos almost every single day, and a lot of times he does a lot of live streams where he gets on and personally helps people out. He takes time out of his day, he shares his story, he shares what's going on, shows people how he's making 6 figures a month from real estate wholesaling, and literally this guy gives away everything. He goes out there and shows people how to get results, how to replicate what he's doing. And then he takes other people that have gotten results from either his courses or his YouTube channel and brings them onto his channel and just has them share their stories. This guy is a go-getter. He's persistent, and he loves to give information out. And honestly, if you're trying to get into real estate wholesaling, then I highly recommend you go check out his channel. I wish I knew about Wholesale To Millions when I was getting started. I found him out like 6 months after I got started, and I closed a few deals of wholesaling real estate. And then honestly, I'll give you guys like my honest opinion. When I first came across his channel, this was when he was kind of first getting started. He was a few months into making YouTube videos. I saw a few of his videos, and I kind of took him for granted, to be honest. To be completely honest with you guys, I saw a few of his videos and I was like, this isn't that good. But I couldn't get past the accent for some reason. I don't know why, but after a little bit of me starting to do YouTube videos and me doing real estate wholesaling for a little bit, I started to actually take the time to invest into watching his videos. And when I first watched a few of his videos, like actually watched them, I was like, man, what have I been missing out on? I wish I watched these videos a lot earlier and a lot sooner. Then I feel like I would have been able to get a lot further inside of my real estate wholesaling career by just watching this guy's videos. And the reason being, and something that I've noticed with a lot of people that are extremely successful in whatever they're doing, especially real estate wholesaling, the ones that are the most excited just talking about the business, just sharing something about the business, the more excited they are, the more successful either they are today or they're going to be. They share a lot of excitement. Like I got a cool interview for you guys tomorrow on this channel. The guy closed the deal in 2 weeks. This guy is hella excited about the business. And the more excitement that I see people share, the more successful they are, because they're just so passionate and obsessed about the business. And that's something that I think we can all learn from Khang. He dresses up in his suits, and he wears a bow tie sometimes and wears a tie. He dresses up in literally every video. He's there to be presentable, and he shows up literally every single day and making these YouTube videos a lot as well. He doesn't have to do that. He doesn't have to share his opinions, his tips, his tricks, his results on YouTube, but he does it all to motivate you guys, to help bring you guys the facts on what's actually true and what isn't as far as real estate wholesaling goes. And I wish there was more people like this, like a few years ago when it came to real estate wholesaling. Like I came across the business, I want to say like 3-4 years ago actually. And if there's someone like this out there putting out content, then I probably would have I wouldn't have just push it off to the side and be like, this business model doesn't actually work. But when you have someone out there actually showing results and going out there and doing what they say they do, then that's just, it impresses me, and I think a lot of people out there need this type of information. One thing that I want to make really apparent is that Khang goes out there and shows like what his life was actually like. he goes and shows you the house that he lived in, not for specifically just the motivational piece, which is very motivational to see, hey, this guy grew up in a little shack, probably less than like about 300 square feet inside of there. And he was able to turn his life around from being a high school dropout going nowhere to today, where he's sharing his story, being able to go from not making that much money to now making over 6 figures a month through real estate. And this goes to show you that literally anybody can do it, but he's actually showing you the actual raw, unedited version of himself, putting himself out there just to show people what opportunities are possible out there. And so with this, that's really all I have to say about Khang. I really appreciate him letting me get onto his channel, which I'll put the video up in the end screen. It was okay. Like, this was when I first started recording videos, so I was still kind of awkward and everything. But he gave me the opportunity to go on the channel and share my own testimonial and everything. And now the reason why I made this video is because if you haven't already and you're trying to get into real estate wholesaling, go subscribe to Wholesale To Millions, put on the notification bell, and watch all of his videos on what you need to do to go out there and show up to get success. He does live streams all the time. Show up to the live streams. He'll answer all of your questions inside of there. A lot of times he does like help you with cold calling, or he answers your questions, does Q&A. He brings other people onto the channel. And this is my way of showing my appreciation. And so anyways, kind of why I'm doing all these truth and exposed videos is, like I said in the beginning, there's a lot of people out there that have a lot of fake advice, or they're showing you this awesome, amazing program, and they charge you $50,000 at these different seminars and everything like that. Now, obviously, if they're getting results and people can afford it, awesome. I think that's awesome. But I just hear so many horror stories of people getting into it when there's some sort of like $500, even like $5,000 course they could have paid for, instead of paying $50,000 for a course on just the basic info on getting into real estate wholesaling. And so with this, I hope you guys all enjoyed today's video. I know like the last few videos that I put out like this subject, I get a ton of dislikes on the videos, but I think it's all because these are people that I personally look up to, and then on top of that, a lot of other people look up to, and then as soon as they get a little bit offended in the title and the thumbnail, then they just dislike, next video, move on. But the truth is I only really make these videos about the people that I appreciate and I look up to, and then I just I make it look like there's some sort of dirt that's going on behind the scenes on these different people, when honestly, if there's some sort of bad thing, it wasn't really necessarily their fault, or they just made a little mistake, but they have their ethics and checks and their morals, and they really didn't intend on making this mistake or whatever it may be. And these people actually give out solid information, and I want you guys to know who to follow, and really that's it. Because if I don't talk about it in my videos, I probably don't want you to follow them, or I have a lot of bad things to say about that person. So anyways, that's what I got for you guys in today's video. Hope you all enjoyed it so much. If you haven't already, smash a like on this video so that way, the algorithm's sake, more people get to learn about Wholesale to Millions, and check out his channel and get into real estate wholesaling if they haven't already. And on top of that, if you haven't already made it to this point, subscribe to the channel by hitting the red button down below if it's red, because I do upload every day. And like always, I will be seeing you all tomorrow. Peace.